Hello students, in this video actually I am discussing with you about to the uh, point that how to attempt any question. In physics actually it is very important that how you are attempting or providing the answer to your teacher. There are only three things which I will tell you here in this video. I am sure that will help you. So the point is number one, how to attempt the question. So number one, question. And so here there are so many types. You may have seen that in some question they ask what, how, or sometimes they say explain, describe, like that. Or sometimes what happens that they give some statement and then after they ask in the question analyze the result, right? So analysis like this. So these are some maybe more than type of questions one asked to you in the test or in anywhere in examination system. So I want to tell you that for any question there are three things which you have to keep in your mind, right? So whenever you attempt the answer, number one, physical concept. That means definition of the concept, right? And simply you can understand by this way that you have to tell about to the definition, right? Second point is about to the mathematics, or at second point I will try to put here physical picture. That will be better, right? So in sequence you can see. And physical picture meaning is the block diagram related to that, or any figure, right? This you can understand by this way. And number three, you can say that number three here, number three is mathematics related to that. So when we write mathematics, that means formula related to that concept or derivation, right? So these are the three only components which basically define your answer in a proper way, and you are the only judge that how basically you have to attempt the question. For an example, I asked to you that what is the rainbow, right, in a simple way. Then you have to define definition of the rainbow, that it contains seven color. So there is no mathematical formula for this question, but you can draw a picture, a figure for that, or there is no block diagram for that, but you can say that when white light passes through the prism, it breaks up into seven color. So this picture basically is in support to that definition. So here you can understand that 1 and 2 concept basically fulfill that criteria. So here first possibility is 1, that only the definition can solve this, right? And second option is 1 and 2. And third thing is, for an example, I ask that how you will define the Newton's second law, right? Or what is the Newton's second law? I ask by this way. So in both the cases you get the point actually. So you have to define the definition, and then you have to provide either mathematical formula or physical picture for that. So you define the definition, and then after you can say that this is the mathematical formula related to that. So 1 and 3 option. This was the required for this question. Some actually some short answer type question demands not only the definition, they also demand the either the formula or the figure or block diagram, whatever be there, right? So these are the some points which you have to keep in your mind, that what is the question and how basically you have to attempt. In many times you have seen that you says that you attempt the question but you are not getting equal marks or good marks as compared to your friends or other one. So this may be one point that he is writing or she is writing the definition along with the physical picture and formula. So this is one of the important thing that you have to keep in your mind when you attempt the physics question at least. This is true for all, but at least in physics I can say that there are 3 components for any question. But when someone asks that like that describe, analyze or explain about to some scientific words, for an example, one asks that explain the working of laser, of any laser, explain the working of helium neon laser, for an example. This is the question, right? And this question basically is at up to one level. Only the graduate student can understand it. But if you are watching this video being in +1 or +2 students or secondary schools students, then it will be difficult to understand about to this question. So I can ask that explain the continuity equation or explain the Bernoulli theorem like that. So then that time what you have to do, you have to write not only the definition, you have to make the diagram, you have to drive the mathematical components of in favor to the answer. Because when one asks about to explain, he basically is demanding all the 3 components: definition, that block diagram or figure, and the third one is the mathematical components. So by this way you can get good marks. So plan your answer in this way when you attempt. Or not, this is not only true for the question answer, this is required to understand any physics topic, right? When you read, you observe that what is the principle, what is the definition, what is the physical concept related to it, and then after you observe that what is the physical picture associated with this principle or this component, right? You have to observe or recall all those things in your mind when you read any topic. By this way you are not only reading, your mind is simultaneously working on these components. And then recall that I have read this particular topic, what are the demanding and what basically the components were given into the textbook. Either there were only the definition, or there were the formula, or there was a derivation of that. So by this way your mind will organize and you can attempt that question in a proper way. Not only to understand these points of the physics, but you can express your understanding in a organized way. So these were the points which you have to keep focus when you study or when you attempt any examination related to any science. Here the concept was related to the physics. So I will say that whenever you read physics, first of all check that what is the definition is given, second point is about to the formula, third point is about to the block diagram, whatever you want to say, or however you want to put these sequence, it's your choice, right? So these were 3 points which you have keep remember to understand and to provide the answer to your teacher. By this way you will get 100% good marks. So this was one of the strategy to understand any physical concept, any physics point, or any related to other sciences. So just check definition, just check a principle, just then after what is the formula, what is the mathematics, what is the derivation of that, and at the third number physical picture or block diagram, right? So these were the points. If you have any question, you're most welcome. I hope I have cleared the idea that how one can get good marks or how one can understand better or any topic of any subject, right? This is not, I have already said that this is not necessary that you this principle is valid only for the physics subject. This is true for all one. So thanks for your time, and if again I am asking that if you have any point you can say with me.